So this is the visor that we're going to be putting in lights and installing on Eli's truck. It came with amber lenses, and what our project is today is to use a piece of smoked acrylic and make lenses out of that to replace the amber. And instead of using just white light bulbs, we actually bought amber LED bulbs so that when we do turn it on, it'll still look amber, but with smoked lenses. So the next step is to drill the holes. So Eli is taking some tape, putting it on the smoked lens, and using the amber lens that we're going to be replacing as a guide to drill out the holes in the new piece of smoked acrylic. So he's using the tape just to hold them together good, make it easier on him. And then with a 1/8 drill bit already set up in the drill. So the next step is to simply remove the paper from the smoked acrylic. And you can show them what that looks like. Yep. So you can see the bulb on the left is the incandescent bulb that came with the kit, I guess. The visor Eli got from Summit Racing, and then these LED bulbs I just ordered through Amazon. One, two, three, four, five, it's all good. So the next step in this process is to remove the adhesive backing on the rubber gaskets that are going to seal the light bulb. So I have to take that. He's going to set the bulb housing on top of it. Looks good. Next thing will be to go ahead and dry fit those where they go. Okay, so the next thing is, now that we've got the main bulb housing, a rubber gasket to keep the water out. Now we're going to hold these up, and I'm going to hold these in place while Eli drills, and you're going to go through obviously the gasket, the housing, and the fiberglass. what we should probably do is get a piece of blue tape to help hold these. So get it exactly where you want it. And let's just go do this for all 5 of them. That's good. Beautiful. So he's using Windex to get all of his glass clean before we screw them against the rubber gasket and the bulb housings. So what we found is that by using the 1/8, we wanted the screw to pass through the lens without gripping it so that it can snug in tight to the gasket. So we're drilling the, you can go ahead. So we're drilling the lenses to 9/64. So it's just a little bit bigger than an 1/8 so that his screws can pass through the lens and only grip to the visor itself. So the 9/64 was a little bit better. Still wasn't completely clear of it, but the screw goes through with no problems. And just a snug, not tight. That's it. As soon as you start feeling the compression of that rubber gasket, just stop. And then after you get that one lightly snug, we'll see if we can snap in the bulb into the back of it. See if that screw impedes it or if we're going to have to figure out a different method. Okay. All right, so we got all of the lenses screwed in, and now we just move the four-wheeler up so we can see if we can get these lights to work. There we go. So try to keep those on and so that looks really nice. All right, so we hot glued the wires down along the inside of the visor. Much better. We'll let that dry and pull the tape. We'll let it dry first. So all the hot glue is painted just to make that look a little bit nicer. Go ahead. All right, so you go ahead, I'll pass it to you. You have that pencil in your pocket? Yeah. See where that lays. We need to get, see, it should be right in. pretty good, doesn't it? Can you reach your head over and see if we can get access to silicone? It looks like we can. What I want to do is flip this just up. Flip it up, upside down. That's good. Okay. So what we're going to use instead of 100% silicone is this stuff I use for painting called Storm Blaster. It's made by White Lightning, and we're gonna basically use this as if we were using silicone to seal, and also this will create somewhat of a cushion. Okay, then on this one we're just going to do a straight shot. I'm going to go over the holes like that, and then I'm just going to put a nice thick fat bead going down here. And I think it's okay with that we take our time. This doesn't have to be completely wet like when we're painting, where it's going to take a while for this. So if you do the same thing as this over there, that's all you need to do. Go ahead and pull the wire down. So these things here are the caps that go on top of those. So we left that front one out, we left the center one out, and then Eli left the same one over there. So there's 3 of them we left out on purpose. What we did is we ran the wires to where the sun visor bolts up, and then it goes down behind the A pillar, down along through here. You can take over, and Eli will show you where it goes through the firewall. Right up in there.